Hi, it's Charlie giving you Monday's market commentary. I hope you're very well. I'm actually recording this on Saturday because I'm away with Kim, trading with some traders today, Monday and Tuesday. So this is being recorded in advance. So it's Wimbledon week, and there's always a lot of similarities between sports people and trading, and certainly with tennis, it's so much of a psychological game, like so many sports. But if you think about it, when a tennis player is playing, if they're on top of their game, it's almost like you can't do anything wrong. Just like trading, when you're just in a winning streak, it feels like you can't. Everything you touch goes well, trade wise, and you manage your trades quite well, and you're overall just having net gains week on week. And then, but then what else can happen is that maybe you lose your touch a little bit, and like a tennis player, a couple of missed shots. The tennis player, if you watch a match, they can go from playing sublime tennis to then losing it really quite quickly. And because all it takes is a couple of missed shots, the opponent putting a couple of really good shots in against them, and very quickly their head can go down, and before they know it, they're in a rut and they're losing game after game. And that's exactly the same with trading as well. That just as easily as it is that you can have a really good winning streak, you can then just have those couple of trades which just give you a little bit of a wobble, and then before you know it, you feel like you're on the back foot and you don't know how to get out of it. Just like a tennis player, before they know it, the match is over and they've lost. So how do they actually come out of it? Well, that's why all tennis players have coaches, because the coaches can help them. They can see elements of their game that they need to address, which sometimes when you're in the thick of it, you can't see yourself. And so it's just a case of them changing their frame of mind, their mindset, really. And it's the same with trading. That's all it is a lot of the time. So quite often, if you see, like especially at Wimbledon, if there's bad weather and rain stops play, then when the players come back out again, you almost see an entirely different match from the players, because just having that break gives them the chance to sort their mindset out, come back on, and all of a sudden they're playing really well again. And it's exactly the same with trading. So if you do get yourself into a rut, there's nothing wrong with taking a day or two off. The markets aren't going to go anywhere, and before you know it, you're back in online again. So worthwhile just thinking about the similarities between tennis and trading, because sometimes if you find yourself in a really good winning streak, great, just monitor it and ensure that you don't take those few missed shots which you think, oh, I'll just go for this one, and before you know it, you're in a bit of a rut. And so use those analogies for your trading. Right, okay, so looking forward to Wimbledon anyway. So the market's very interesting at the moment. The euro dollar, remember a couple of weeks ago, after we put the big key reversal day in, I said I was looking for price to come down within the key reversal and then to start coming back up again. If you recall, it must have been nearly 2 weeks ago now. And so and that's exactly what's happened. It's taken a lot longer than I thought, to be perfectly honest. I thought it'd come down and then start coming up a bit quicker. But anyway, as we know, it came in. We did put all the reversal candles in. Yes, I got long, so that I had a good run up and literally came out at the highs here on Thursday, pretty much at the highs there. And but then obviously we put this shooting star in, and now we've put a spinning top candlestick in. So a lot of indecision here. So which way is this euro going to go? I would still like to see it come higher, but ultimately I do still see at the moment, at least anyway, unless we were to get above the daily 50, I do see that the euro will probably ultimately want to come back and retest this 135 zone. But in the short term, I see the potential for us to go higher. But we've got these indecision candles. So what do? I think the easiest thing is if we break these highs of the indecision candles, then it's likely we are going to get higher up to 136.75, which is these highs over here, and then potentially up to the daily 50. As we can see, the trajectory of the daily 50 is such that it looks like whatever happens, we are going to get a death cross over probably maybe by the latter part of next week. So It doesn't mean that's not a guarantee that the euro has to roll over. Obviously, nothing is 100%, but we will be getting that death cross. So I'll be watching. So price could actually go above them and then still loop over. So I'll be watching for that. So if we do break higher than these highs, then I think there's a bit more upside to play, and I'll be looking to play that. If, however, we start coming back down, then I'll be looking to see if the euro is going to start targeting this 135.10 area to see if we get that break. Okay, so that's the euro. We'll have a look at the pound as well, because the pound's obviously having a good run, and it's stalled a little bit on Friday, and on Friday's video update I managed to capture some points, but remember I got stopped out on 2 trades first and then made money on the last one, and so overall it paid for the 2 losses and gave it a small profit on top, but that's just c'est la vie. So where are we with the pound? It's having a good run here. It's had a good run. I mean, you think back, we were at 167, now at 170 odd, and so yes, it's had a great run. Is it due for a little bit of a pullback? It's hard to say at the moment. It's still on the outside of the bands. It still could just launch higher again. It's still strong, but I'm starting to think that it actually may want to come back into its bands. So with a little bit of playing around as well. So it could even have an up day today, Monday. It could even have a bit of a bounce day, but I think that it looks like it's starting to weaken off a little bit. We've got some divergences on the 4-hour chart, so we'll see how they work themselves off. And if the pound comes down, then we'll be looking for it to come back down to the lower bands here, and then see if it garners support down at that level. So pound good moves at the moment, and if it continues to break higher, if it then breaks higher again, we've got to look to 171 in the first instance. And then the last chart that I find is interesting at the moment is this. I mean, they're all interesting at the moment, but is this dollar yen. Again, we've had what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 days of essentially going sideways, and so which way is the yen going to go? So again, I think if we break this low here from was that just over a week ago, then I think we'll plunge through the daily 200 this time, and we'll come lower. So so we should look for sub 101 again, and come down to retest this level, which was I think a 100, and it was either 75 or 85 off the top of my mind. I haven't got the absolute levels up. But likewise, if we can break and close above 102.25, then we've got a chance to come back up to these highs from earlier on in June. So again, interesting charts here. It's making it very clear. Just have a little bit of patience and waiting to see which way they're going to break. So potentially some nice little moves coming in these markets. Right, I shall leave that with you, and I won't be back on Friday because I'm at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, so no live trading this week, and unless I do it on Thursday. I'll see if I can do it on Thursday, so maybe we'll get something out to you then. Anyway, have a good week, and be back in touch soon.